No, man. The guys, all right, let me just I don't typically just do random streams these days. I don't really even do YouTube commentary anymore. And Hunter x Hunter just ended and so but no, I got to talk about this. Like, let me just start by this. I quit this game a while ago. I quit this game about 8, 9 months ago. I don't play it. So I'm not a Marvel Snap player anymore, but I am someone who works in a for-profit business. Okay. And I frankly have been in the role of, you know, the guardian responder that has to say some bullshit to the customer. But typically, when I've been in those tough positions, I try to sympathize with the person I'm talking to. Even if it's not the most ideal message, it's more than just saying I hear you. It's here are the 5 or 6 things that I promise you we are working on and we'll figure out responses to in the proper order. Before I get into you're probably reading it now, but I'm just going to talk quickly about some research I did about Marvel Snap because I think it goes into the business side of things, and I don't know all the details, but I did some base level research. Here's the story that I understand. Okay, and some people might know this already, but I'm just going to say it. Second Dinner was founded by a combination of old Blizzard devs, Ben Brode and Hearthstone. I think Glenn was at Blizzard. So people who were involved in Hearthstone, it's a card game. But then also was, I believe the CEO, current CEO, was involved at NetEase, if I'm not mistaken. Now remember, where does NetEase come from? Diablo Immortal. NetEase and Blizzard partnered to make the biggest dumpster fire probably in gaming history, Diablo Immortal. Do you not have phones? That is, and I want to mention the "Do you not have phones" and that piece of garbage Wyatt Chang, who and I that's history I go back on because I was a Diablo 3 player, and that tone deaf elitist attitude that we know better than you mindset. I'm getting wafts of it from Second Dinner, you know, and so it's the same old bullshit story. These corporate meatheads who are just trying to profit as quickly as possible so that they can get the hell out of there. Bottom line is this. To my understanding, here's the situation. So, long story short, NetEase and Newverse is a subsidiary of what's it called? ByteDance or the people who make TikTok. All right. They're one of the biggest media companies in Asia, and their gaming division, which Newverse is one of the 2 subsidiaries, they're competing with Tencent. Okay. Now, in the past, they wanted to launch a bunch of projects to help try to outcompete Tencent. Long and the short of it is they weren't able to keep up with Tencent in the gaming division. Now, ByteDance, they're like the biggest social media, TikTok. So there was rearranging and scrambling. But during the time that they were investing in gaming, they invested in Second Dinner. And allegedly, I think the NetEase Blizzard connection is what spurred that project on with Newverse being the publisher. So the Asian markets and the former Blizzard kind of, the Western and Eastern markets combined with a Western property, Marvel. This also ties in Marvel Rivals because that also is a who? NetEase. Marvel Rivals is a NetEase project as far as I'm aware. Do you guys see the train here? NetEase and that bullshit with Diablo Immortal. Now you got Marvel Rivals and you got Second Dinner and Marvel Snap. Okay. But that's not all. There was that rumor that Newverse was going to shut down about a year ago, and they were thinking about, what that was going to do. Turns out it looks like they kept Marvel Snap and Second Dinner as a project. And they got rid of some other things in Asia. But in the West, in the American market, Griffin Gaming, a venture capitalist firm that profits from, you guessed it, digital projects, is allegedly a minority share owner in Second Dinner. Second Dinner is a private company, but it has two minority owners. It has Griffin Gaming and it has Newverse. To my knowledge, again, I could be wrong, but this is what it looked like. And there's a post in there in Griffin Gaming, and the whole, if you can go look this up, by the way, Ben Brode has a quote, and this is, again, talking to investors, to shareholders, to venture capitalists. And he said they want to create engaging progression models, increase, activity, increase bullshit business talk. We want to drain people of money as much as we can through abusive progression models, is basically what he was saying in business lingo. Increase hours, increase engagement, increase progression, and the progression models in a free-to-play market. That always means, where can we add monetization to make the player more powerful, right? That's what it means. So now you kind of get that you have this venture capitalist-backed Asian Western market with a big IP like Marvel. So everybody wants to make money. Here's the other reality. It's probably evident to some, but the founders of Second Dinner probably want to get the hell out of here. And they probably want to get rid of Marvel Snap as their baggage. They're going to just hand this over to the venture capitalists in the Asian market and take a payday. So they're trying to likely profit as much as possible. And this has to do with the government, economics. We have the new administration coming in. There are economic factors. All these business people are forecasting when to sell their ownership of things. In the private equity world, they're waiting. But the writing has been on the wall now for probably about the last year. But you've noticed they've reduced the rewards. They've made the subscription plans worse. They've increased the number of bundles tremendously. They've added just time gating and grinding and messing with the metas so that you feel like, as the player, you got to keep investing and purchasing and keeping up with the relevant stuff. Very typical business behavior and priority. But I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel Snap, and this could be fully behind the scenes, but the decisions and true ownership goes to these currently minority owners. That would be, in the next year, I wouldn't be shocked if this game still is on the market, that they're going to announce some shift in the higher ups in leadership. Okay? So you can put that as a Las Vegas bet. If we don't see any sort of high-level leadership change or resignations in the next year, there must be a contractual clause or something where they promised a certain amount of years or service to the IP. Maybe Marvel is holding, that. But I hope I explained the landscape and why this is just a venture capitalist project. That's what Marvel Snap is. Trying to return the investment to the Eastern and Western markets using a popular Western IP. That's what it is. Okay? Now, let's just go to the raw end user experience. So this is after, by the way, Steam has taken a nosedive. You have mostly negative recent reviews. The community's been just upset, annoyed, and frustrated. And they've been asking for more results, more engagement, more, look at us. We're the gamers. We're supporting you. Please help us help you. We know you have to monetize it, but do it right. Make us give a damn. We want to play, but here. So the comments basically this guy's basically saying, have you not been listening to all the negativity around your game? We're upset. We're angry. I'm trying to be a defender. And I feel bad for this guy because he does not understand the business red flags that I'm seeing, and I think some others have been seeing. He might be younger, and some people don't have real world experience. That's okay. You're defender decisions, but it seems, they are. But it seems like you may be making choices without taking a lot of thought about the community reaction. They don't give a fuck. If you're going to sell, you just want to get out of there with the highest profits, right? Why should I hang on to the game? You keep saying we hear you, corporate speak, but this has been said for years. It's getting harder to keep the faith. This is the guy who responds to the community, the people who are vocal and want feedback. This is what Glenn here has to say. And I'm going to break this down because, again, you're talking about after the worst feedback and the review, you're at your lowest, right? This is after. This isn't the first response to criticism. This is the response after weeks upon weeks of just your streamers are leaving. This is what he says. We lock patches a month or so before release due to the necessary testing and approvals stages with various app stores required to deploy them. That is frankly true. You do have to test and ready any sort of digital patch for the marketplaces you want to provide them through. That is true. So they generally will never be influenced by the weeks immediately prior to their release. He's basically saying anything you hear from us was thought of a month or two ago. And we can't change them in that window. And will largely contain the elements we are functionally ready to add to the game at that time. So you're looking at our mindset a month ago, is basically what he's saying. I understand. He understands. The investors don't give two fucks. I understand that there are pain points the community would like addressed, and we are working actively on many of them every day. Translated, we've written them on a piece of paper and just want you to shut the fuck up. That's what that line actually means. They're not working on them every day. They have them on some design. There's like a whiteboard, right? Left side, how we make money. Right side, what are the complaints? They're looking at the left side. They're working actively on many of them every day. Many of them every day. That is the most bullshit generalized. We're working on many of them every day. Could you explain what they are? Remember what I said before? Whenever you want to respond to critique, you need to list out your active solutions. They don't have to be ready, but you gotta show me what your priorities are. Just saying we are actively working on many of them every day means absolutely nothing. There are different prioritizations the team could have considered in 2024, which is quite a lot to consider. It's a whole year. This is the harshest criticism, Glenn, has been in the past probably quarter, right? You're counting about the whole year. Hindsight's always 2020. I don't disagree with that. Of course it is. I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact. Every decision you make now could be or could have been different. And then context is everything, right? We have also, okay, here's where the Blizzard bullshit meter starts to really fly. Are you ready for this? Oh, this is taking me back to Diablo 3 and Wyatt Chang. Oh my God, Blizzard talk. Here we go. We have also released several significant features and game improvements during. I'm sorry. Game improve. Do you see the game improvements? When I basically quit the game, when you kept your mobile client in the dumpster for almost 2 months, it didn't fucking work, and you never formally addressed it as a problem. Do you see where the priorities become an issue when they say they're working on many of them every day? They had a mobile issue for over a month. They didn't do anything about it. They're certainly working on them every day. Who okayed this response? If they just let Glenn answer the community, they're morons. I'm not saying that Glenn is stupid for saying this. I'm saying they don't have a fucking QA process to make sure that the response is good. My God, this guy's in the fucking firing line. I mean, if he's not capable of at least bullshitting his way out of some things like this, holy cow. It's not his fault necessarily. I've always felt bad for the frontline guys because I'm a frontline guy. This is the corporate message. I'm not, take Glenn out of it. Just look at the text, right? Like, because, and by the way, another hint and sign when you can, this is a little trick, guys, if you want some insight, because I do this all the time myself. When tense, plural or singular is mixed in the same response, you know that the we responses, there's people looking or at least influencing what you say. You're trying to use talking points. So it's like, if someone okayed this, shame on them. Like I'm sorry, it's stupid. So let's continue. We have also released several significant features. No, they haven't. And game improvements during that time. Worked on many that aren't quite ready for release. That I actually believe. And even worked on some that ultimately had to be scrapped. We know that. And look at this. And in the case of character mastery, resurrected by community response. As if, how could you think that was a bad idea? You needed to be forced to, because they don't want to. Because it's dev time they would rather spend making bundles and season passes for your ad. See? See? The investors don't want a character mastery if they don't ultimately have to do it. They want to sell you season passes and bundle. By trying to constantly develop in direct and speedy reaction to community sentiment would ultimately mean less features made at lower quality. How many features have you made, Glenn? Team? How many? And I'm not playing the game, but I know you made Deadpool Diner, you made High Voltage, and that's it. Conquest, but that was over a year ago, right? So your actual statement about the problem is the actual reality. Fewer features made at lower quality. That's actually the situation. That's not a fear, that's the reality. And they're temporary because you don't want people to actually enjoy the game. You want them to force their way through a grinding ladder and a bunch of, I'm not going to complain about the product. I'm just going to let's just keep going. That's not to say we don't value the feedback and want to make the community happy. Again, see mastery. As if that needed a threat to get reinstated. But it is a practical reality. Yes, because our shareholders don't want us to spend time on it. Imagine you're building. This is Blizzard talk. I didn't even get to this part. I just had to turn on my camera and do this. I can't wait for this. Imagine you're building a house. Very relatable to a game. And the client comes in every few weeks to change the layout. You don't have to do that, by the way. And team. Imagine you're building a house and the client comes in every few weeks to change the layout. Which side of the bathroom has the sinks, where the lights go, etc. These changes may seem simple to the client, but they're not responsible for writing the code. I'm sorry. There are some people who are either younger, they don't actually work in business, they don't know. This is such a bullshit answer. I can't, my bullshit meter jumped out the window. This is a literal nothing burger. There is nothing in here constructive to the feedback that has been said or your negative Steam reviews. And I called this out 8-9 months ago when you tried to pass through gold purchases in your alliance roadmap. Get out of here. And in the middle part, I'm sorry. We have released this line here just does it for me. We have released several significant features and game improvements during that time. You did the split thing, right? You gave us the card borders, right? Okay, that's two. There were two improvements. Two. All visual, by the way. Borders and additional split effects. They think that, High Voltage and Deadpool's Diner are a massive achievement. They're temporary. And one of them has just been flat out ridiculed by the community. Okay, so there's 4 main features. Conquest doesn't count. Conquest is a bunch of bullshit. There are 4 features, 2 of which are just visual little activities, 2 of which are full-fledged game modes, both of which are temporary, and one of which is completely condemned now by the community. That's a lot of features and improvements, guys. Do you see the tone? Like, this is Blizzard bullshit, just absolutely personified. I don't play the game. I'm not a customer. I'm an observer. But I work in business. I work with customers. This is an absolute nothing salad. This is garbage. I can't believe it. Now, I want to see what the Reddit comments say about this. Oh, I can't wait for this. Holy crap. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I might be able to find that comment by Ben Brode as well. Now I'm on a roll here. Let's see. Griffin Gaming. Business Wire? Was it business? I think it was. So yeah. So here, Second Dinner secures $100 million Series B investment led by Griffin Gaming Partners. That's the venture capital firm I mentioned. Is this the? Yeah, I think this is. Right. January. Yeah, the start of the year. Remember. So another minority owner, in addition to Newverse, right? That $100 million. The investment is Second Dinner's latest step. Okay. And most fun game. Yeah. I love these business articles. They're just so full of themselves. Boasts of 22 million, 200 million in revenue. I mean, you gotta promote the wins, of course. Yeah, by years, I give it one more. Under the current ownership, maybe two at the max. It's not being developed in a way for longevity. It's just not. Many features. Gee, oh my God, that was shocking to me. Yeah, you got to code cards. I get that, but it's like, frankly, are you gonna really tell me that the card coding and the development of the cards themselves is the quality content? I mean, that's the entire base game. Yeah. Character mastery had to be forced through after, back and forth. Like, you don't even have wallpapers, background music selector. You don't have, hell, like, you don't have like a deck viewer, a training mode. You don't have community highlights, a replay feature in the app, like achievements. Like, there's nothing. There's no fucking achievements. Every season you just reset on there's no highlights. Like, it's just like, there's so many things just at a base level that you can do, right? Let's continue. I can't, this is way too ridiculous. And because I'm not a player, I can yell at it because I don't play it anymore. We're humbled by. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're grateful to have Griffin Gaming Partners on our team. They love Marvel's. Oh, they love Snap. Yeah, they love it. This investment will help us make more awesome stuff. We'll use it to develop and commercialize new titles. Incubate original IP, which allegedly they're trying to make a new game, which is also why they're probably just going to hand off Snap to the investors and Newverse, right? Write better press releases. What corpo talk? Oh my God. That is just like, yeah, we wouldn't say that out. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. I would never say this in a press release or an article. Holy shit. I'd never even say this. You should be able to write a press release as a company. Holy crap. Moreover, following its release from launch. Okay, let's keep going. Adds to the management team, this is the investors, incredible track record of creating hit titles, making money, who previously led the creation of Hearthstone, bounced. We are thrilled to partner with Second Dinner. See, here we go. Griffin Gaming and their original investor NetEase. It is NetEase, not Nuverse. It's NetEase. All right. But now do you guys see the connection to Rivals and why this is all just a big conglomerated, like this is Asia, Western, Blizzard, NetEase. It's they're trying to capitalize in a kind of a group effort here. Okay. That's the idea. Oh, Hamilton Chu, that's the guy, right? This investment not only boosts our capacity, boosts our and capital to jump on any great opportunities that might come our way, but most importantly, solidifies our commitment to making the most fun ever. Where did we get the? Is the quote here? I thought it was. Oh my God, I thought the quote from Ben Brode was here. Oh, darn it. It's not here, I don't think. Dang it. It's not here. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Built Los Angeles? Is this it? Nope. Darn it. There was a really good quote from him, like that kind of, it, hits into the, it goes into, maybe it was from the news? Mobile biz, kids screen, growing game developer. I don't know. But you get the picture. I mean, I'm not going to go too much longer into this. I'm just going to try this one quickly. A lot of things cooking. Oh, get at it. Oh, well. But anyhow, I had to make a comment. This is a joke. This is a joke. Unbelievable. This is after the negativity, brigade. I mean, holy cow. Holy cow. And no actual priorities in the response. Like, here's what we're working on for 2025. Start there. Oh, but that's right. You actually don't have solutions. You're making it all up. You say character mastery, like that's going to solve the entire rest of, 2025 and get people excited to come back, get back into the game, the new gamer experience, all this other crap. It's hilarious. And they mocked players in their mode. I mean, did you see these? I saw screenshots. I couldn't believe it. Oh, $99 bundle. I couldn't believe it. Dude, they're going to just get rid of this shit and give it back to NetEase and bounce. And then they make their new game. They're not going to be, Second Dinner's not going to be running this game for much longer. I mean, I really don't think so. I really don't think so. But customer knows they're only adding to rooms on the top floor while increasing the cost. I love that quote. Oh, I love that. That's great. That's really great. Are you kidding me? Like, I couldn't believe it. Yep. No one is right. This is it. They bemoan it. They're like, you guys it's so tough. It's so hard. There's so many things to prioritize. Look at all that we've done, and it takes time and effort. And oh my God. Like, can you believe that you can't make your favorite card art a wallpaper or get special character specific like animations when you play them on the board? Or I mean, just little things. I'm not saying don't monetize the game, but there are things to make like players want to collect cards, get into their favorite characters, and meanwhile the response is, look at all the features we had to do for you and are doing, is how they respond to this shit. It's bonkers that they dig their hole so deep. Hang on, what's the Steam page of Marvel Snap? Hang on, let's last thing I'm gonna do. This is mostly negative. Holy shit. Here we go. Predatory free-to-play practices, fun game, waiting for an overhaul. Before I think about, look at this. Look at this. It's not just a couple of down comments. You got, not a ton of review. The Steam client isn't that big, by the way, but like, and even then, what they think is they're just going to get the casual mobile market. They can be condescending towards the PC audience so that the whales are going to keep paying them and they don't care. And they think they just have the ad space to appeal to the casual phone toilet gamers, which I was. But even I can see bullshit, and just the way they're responding, it's almost insulting. Brings me right back to the Diablo 3 days, man. And oh my God, you should all wear outfits for your power. Even though it's a loot-based RPG, you're a piece of shit. Go back in time on that. Oh my gosh. This is a joke. So I hope that was entertaining, but also, frankly, eye-opening. I can't believe there's no, I mean, if that's how he wants, if that's his choice to respond, Glenn, bro, sorry. No, this is, I'm about to go on holiday in a couple weeks. Shut the fuck up. That's kind of how I look at this response. This is, and I have to bullshit in my job sometimes, but first of all, I always want to address the concerns in my response, and I want to prioritize actions we're going to take to make them better. Always, 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 always. Don't have to answer the question now, but I got to show you there are some steps we're taking right now. Here they are. Do you see those here? No, because they don't care. You're just some complaining gamer on a social site, some nerd. The casual market, we're going to sell to them. We're going to make our money and get the fuck out of here as a business. We don't care about you. Is frankly how their attitude's been coming off. It's holy crap. Anyway, I had to make that video, and I don't care. I don't care what happens to this game. I feel bad for players that are holding out hope or think this dev team gives a shit. They don't. They don't. If this changes and turns around, I would be utterly shocked. My guess, once again, is that Second Dinner's going to bounce within the next year. Could be even quicker given the climate. Who knows? And they're going to work on their second game, but it's no longer going to be Second Dinner doing Marvel Snap. I mean, make another volleyball video, a dodgeball video, Ben. I mean, yeah, dodging all the damn questions. I think that was a little hint, right? A little hint.